Well, sightings of UFOs have, of course, always been greeted with scepticism, but despite all that, one group of true believers regularly meet on a windy hillside in County Roscommon to search the skies for signs of life.
Unidentified flying objects have long been the source of fascination and speculation. More and more people believe that we are not alone. In a scene more reminiscent of a sci-fi film, the UFO Society of Ireland set up their sky-watching equipment on a windswept hill in Boyle, County Roscommon. Sky watches have been happening in Boyle for over 2 years. Last month, over 60 people gathered from midnight till 2 a.m. in this chilly spot. Meteorologist and astronomer Eamonn Ansbro studies the skies with a passion. Now, by comparing times and dates of sightings all around the world, he's come up with a pattern which allows him predict ET sightings.
What has been discovered is that there is like an observational work going on by some intelligence in which we believe now that it's programmed, it's automated, and we're able now in a position to predict when the UFOs appear at specific locations around the Earth at specific times. Okay. This is pure science. That's all I'm dealing with, the facts.
Betty Meyler lives in Boyle. She's not the sort of person you would associate with the UFO culture.
Well, I suppose I'm what you might call a solid citizen. And I think because of that, they're surprised. They expect a sort of a bit of a weirdie involved with UFOs. And so many people, particularly in the Boyle area, have seen things that those who haven't feel a bit left out of it. And I overlooked the town of Boyle, and I saw what looked like a cigar-shaped object, very, very brightly lit, moving at tremendous speed and fairly low down on the horizon. And as I watched it, I saw a second one, and I saw a third one, and then a fourth one. And I was absolutely amazed.
Surely there's some logical and scientific explanation for these mysterious sightings. To record and ultimately prove the existence of alien visitors, Eamonn has developed some heavy-duty equipment, including a special camera.
We discover that the light source from a UFO is very bright, and we can't get behind the light source to see the structure behind it, because we're convinced there is a structure. And so we've developed this camera in order to get behind the light source when they do appear, so that we can get a spectrum analysis. In other words, to understand what the repulsion system is, you know, what elements it's emitting, and so forth.
While all the technical fine-tuning was going on, we were approached by a young woman who wished to remain anonymous, but told us, off-camera, of her own experiences.
Small fella's about 2 feet tall. The last fella I saw was about 5 feet tall.
What colour were they?
They were kind of grey. They weren't the greys, they were the another race.
Are they the way we imagine them now, with the big eyes,
no,
that popular image?
No, I never saw them before.
Right.
The ones in October. They're making chopping noises.
Like chipmunks or something?
Clicking noises.
Yeah. Do you think they were trying to communicate with you?
I think so, yeah. They went away in after 2 hours.
With this testimony, the crew and I began to look forward to close encounters, but it was not to be. Darkness fell, and so unfortunately did the rain, turning our sky watch into a sky wash.
It's pouring with rain outside at the moment, and no self-respecting UFO would be seen out on a night like this. Although I have a friend inside who says he can feel them out there. So I think if we had good weather, we'd get them.
But do we get them? In the 50s, a government site in Roswell, New Mexico sparked a controversy which still rages. An alien crash, a government cover-up, or an elaborate hoax? Believe it or not, these are the questions which you could now ask about Bundoran, County Donegal, for it's here on government lands that a Sligo retailer says he found an alien crash site. And he has the alien body preserved in formaldehyde to prove it. Local journalist Robert Cullen tells his story.
He was coming from Ballyshannon to his business in Sligo about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, early in the morning, and there was a flash of light in the field here behind me. He stopped, pulled up the car. He thought at first it could have been an accident. When he went to explore it, he discovered this alien embryo lying around a charred piece of grass. The embryo itself was covered in soot at the time. He wrapped the embryo up, brought it back to his premises. It shocked me when I first seen it, and I cannot offer any other explanation for what it is. It is what it appears to be. Someone who would be perpetrating a hoax would probably look for publicity. The man in question hasn't sought out publicity, and in fact he has frowned upon much of the publicity that has been directed towards him. Because of this, I actually do believe that it is what he says it is, an alien embryo.
How can we possibly be so arrogant to think we're the only people in this whole universe? There are far, far, I think, superior beings, superior intelligence. They certainly have more, shall we say, technology, for want of a better word. I mean, to be able to sort of travel the distances they do, they must be far, far superior to us. And I think that, you know, we'll have sort of a landing contact fairly soon, but we have to be ready for it.
Close encounters, maybe.